Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I would also like to welcome Spirit into this reading and say thank you for the messages we are about to receive. This is a work and career reading for Pisces from the 11th to the 24th of March 2019. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for a more complete picture. If you like the decks I'm using, I've put them in the description box, so please have a look. And if you would like a personal reading, I've put my details in the description box, so please go to my website to book a reading. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if these messages resonate with you. So I'm starting off with this general energy read, and then I will do the general tarot read for you afterwards. Okay, so the first card looks like that you have some kind of choice about or some kind of opportunities coming for you, and there's a choice about which particular one you want to take. So you are at the moment you're at some kind of crossroads about deciding which particular job you want to do. One you really like and the other one not so much, but you're trying to make up your mind as to what to do next. Now, it looks like you may have had some kind of discussions with a friend or somebody around you, somebody very close to you. So it could be a sibling, it could be a really close friend, trying to decide what to do in this particular scenario, really. And this looks like, you know, you're starting something brand new. So this is something that it's a new job. It might be starting from the ground roots up, and you're having to work to make this particular venture a success. So you're at some kind of crossroads at the moment, trying to decide what to do as far as a job goes, or starting off even a new business. You want to start that off, but you're not quite sure what to do, and it looks like you've been having discussions with somebody close by. So in the past, you've been dealing with people that were, you know, you've received a lot of bad advice really in the past. People were doing things that were not really working in your favor. Maybe it was based on jealousy that they were doing this. You've been also collaborating a lot with people, foreigners really, maybe working a lot with people higher up in your work situation, so dealing with authority figures a lot. And you also have been, like I said, talking a lot with people from foreign countries, or maybe internet communications, international communications. So that's where you've been focusing a lot of energy in the past year. So going into the future, it looks like you will be successful at whatever you do, but whatever you start off with is going to be a bit difficult in the beginning. There's a lot of problems to begin with. You need to watch your back for that. And you'll have to work pretty hard in order for you to get success. But it will come. The success with whatever venture you start will come. It's going to take a little bit of time. This is also a card about success coming to you, but it's going to take a bit of time. You need to watch your back for people, backstabbing you, taking advantage of you. You can see that this bird's run off with this frog. So, it's almost as though there are some unforeseen issues that crop up and that could cause loss. So just be aware of that. Make sure that you're doing enough research in order for you to overcome the situation. But success is assured provided you work pretty hard. So there are some starting up problems that are going off. So although you're making this decision, one particular situation seems to be better than the next. It's some kind of contract that you need to sign. It starts off not so good. You will have a bit of problems over there. You can see this is a 5 or 6 headed monster coming up. So there are a lot of people that are against you, or you will have some difficulties with people. There might be a little bit of loss, but eventually there will be success from whatever venture you do start. So those are the energies for that week. So I'm using the Pagan Tarot for the main read. Let's see. So you are starting off something. You've got the Fool card as the energies. So it's really grappling a little bit in the dark. You can see this woman standing over there alone, starting it off just going with her intuition, or even maybe a very close friend being supportive of you, but you're not quite sure where you're going, and you're not quite sure where this is going to end up in, but you are starting something afresh, so starting off a new cycle as far as your work goes. So you might be starting a new job, or even starting a new business. Now, you've got the Seven of Swords, and it's crossed by the Four of Chalices. And the Seven of Swords usually talks about deception, lies, things going on behind your back that you're not really aware of. And, people even stealing from you. So there looks like there's this element of loss when it comes to the Seven of Swords. It's also a card that says that you might have to leave things behind in order for you to start afresh. Abandon certain ideals, certain things that you abandon in order for you to move forward. So you just take what you need and go forward. You can see things going on. There's a bit of subterfuge over here. This woman's sneaking in. So, you have to worry about people doing things behind your back. Now, it looks like there was some kind of offer that has been made to you with this Four of Cups that you're sitting and thinking about. So you are trying to decide whether or not to take this offer. It seems like there's a lot of controversy. You want to start afresh here, start something new. It looks like the card below it was the Three of Wands. So it looks like you have been speaking on, with a lot of people, communicating over the internet. Maybe it's this new job offer that came over the internet, or through some kind of computer communication, some kind of internet communication, and you want to start this afresh. But there's this issue, and this offer came in, and there's this issue about whether or not it is above board. There might be some lies and deceit going on. Something's being hidden. Something's going on that you're not aware of. So you do need to do some research to find out exactly what's going on over here. So in the past, you've got the High Priestess over here, and this is about studying, learning, gathering knowledge, maybe speaking to a lot of people, maybe getting expert advice, but also trying to make some kind of decision with the High Priestess. So she's above amongst all these people, and trying to decide whether or not she should move. Now, things have not been very, very clear for you. You've got the full moon over here, and there might be you might be making plans that are not based in reality. So this has been going on in the last year. It seems like you do want to move on. There's been some element of study or research going on over there. And here again, you're sitting with the Seven of Cups. So you're at some kind of crossroads, some kind of decision that needs to be made. The Seven of Cups is also, you've got all these cups available to you, all these options available to you, and you still are having problems making a decision about what to do. So you are trying to, you're trying to think about which particular option is going to be best suited for you. So you really are at a crossroads now. You want to start off again, but not knowing what to do next. You've got the Novice of Swords over here, which is like the Page of Swords. So you are waiting for some kind of official message to come in, some kind of news to come in, maybe about the situation. And you can see he's considering the swords. So you really don't know what to do, whether or not to go into action, whether or not to agree to this particular thing, whether or not to sign a contract. And you are sitting at a very precarious position. There's all these cards, even the previous read, is talking about this indecision factor that you're sitting and considering. So it looks like because you're having so much of problems, deciding what to do, the Wheel of Fortune comes in to make the decision for you. So you're at this particular crossroads, and it seems like events are going to change so that a decision is made. Now, you do need to, if you want to control the way things go, you will have to do some research. You will have to go in and, actively research what is going on. Try and look for anything that is hidden. But the Wheel of Fortune comes in for you, making the decision, really. So events will occur that will push you into one way or the other. It looks like, you are trying to get rid of all those burdens and responsibilities that you have been working very hard for in the past year or so. You've got the Ten of Wands over here. So it's ending off an old, difficult work cycle. There must have been a lot of arguments, maybe a lot of controversy in where you've been working, but you've been taking on a lot of responsibilities and burdens and really not getting, financially paid or not getting what you deserve as far as pay goes with this particular work that you're doing. You're very disappointed. You've got the cups on the ground over here. You're trying to get rid of some of these responsibilities, but you're still carrying a lot of burdens, and you're doing all of this work by yourself. So, you're working pretty hard at whatever you're doing and not getting that remuneration that you need, really. Now, you've got the Initiative Wands over here. So this is taking that power back in your hands again. So you do need to stand up for whatever it is. You've got an idea, you need to go with it. So if you've decided that you want to do something, it's time to make that decision and go with that decision that you make. So do that research. It is a job that is going to it's stirring up a lot of issues as well. There's a lot of drama maybe associated with this job. But it's also a lot of communication, and you'll have to be very active as far as that goes, because you've got the Initiative Wands over there, and Wands is a very fiery card, so you will need to put a lot of energy and effort within that job. So you've got the Chariot over here, and you are trying to make that move. Maybe the reason is she's stalled at the moment, so you are sitting and deciding whether or not what you should do next. Maybe you are hoping for some help to come in to help you make that decision about what to do. This job might involve moving, actually physically moving, and maybe this is the reason why you can't make up your mind whether or not you want to move. For the moment, it seems like plans are a bit delayed, so something's delayed everything, and this is got you thinking really hard about what you want to do. You're really sitting down there and considering it. So going to the future, you've got the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is pretty good. It looks like you are going to be able to make a decision about what to do, and whatever decision you make is going to be a good choice, but you're going to have to ask for some help from somebody around you to help you decide what to do. It looks like you might need to do some research. It looks like this particular decision that you make will bring in a lot of money, and this is the card of satisfaction, so that means that you will be very happy with the decision that you finally made. Now, like I said, you will have to do a lot of research. There are certain things that are hidden from you, so go and find out, because you can see all of this, these books are in the dark, in the shadow here. And maybe also there's money in the shadows here, so maybe you're not asking for enough pay. So make sure that you know your worth when you are accepting whatever payment or whatever salary is being offered to you. So you might have to do some research into that salary. You might have to do some negotiation about that as well. You've got a lot of knives over here, and be very firm at what you want. So tell the company that you're working with, or whoever you're working with, exactly how much you want to be paid, because you might end up getting more than you really expected. And if you do that, do your research, ask for whatever your worth is, you will end up being satisfied. Now, there is somebody that is going to give you some help. So somebody around you is offering you some really good advice, which you need to take. You actually need to use this advice in order for you to make that decision, in order for you to get that wish being fulfilled. Now, you've got the Seven of Wands over here. So whatever you propose, you need to stand up for what you believe. Now, you can see this man's also helping this woman do the calculations here. So you can see that you do need that help. You will need that assistance from somebody, or that advice from somebody, to make up your mind. And it looks like it's about money. If that's what you want, as far as how much you want to earn, you do need to put that forward. So it is about standing up for what you believe in, and standing up for yourself, defending yourself in your decisions that you make. Presenting whatever you want to these people, but also standing up for it. So even though it doesn't seem like you're going to get what you want, it looks like you will, because you've got this Nine of Cups over here. So whatever decision you make about this job, stand up for yourself, and stand up for whatever you propose in it, and you should get it. Also, like I said, do a lot of research and find out about the salary, and this particular job might also need for you to do further study. So that could be an issue that is coming up as well. You will have to do the sums. You will have to do the calculations as to how much what you can get out of this particular job, and you will have to stand up for what you want. And you've got the Two of Cups over here. So this is a bit of self-reflection going on over here. Make sure that you're coming across as a very confident person when you present yourself. Because this woman's looking in the mirror and deciding about her worth. So make sure you are coming across as being somebody who has got displaying those leadership qualities, because you have been carrying a lot of burdens, and with that, you have definitely learned responsibility and the ability to manage situations. So that is something that you need to display to people. So you've got to show that you're a very confident person, and don't come across as being somebody who is a pushover. Because you can see this woman's not dressed here, and in the mirror she looks, really nicely togged up. So make sure that when you're presenting or you're going for an interview or presenting yourselves, that particular part comes out, that confident part comes out, and make sure you're dressing for the nines. Make sure that you go all out to look really good when you are presenting yourself. Also, with the Two of Cups, it shows that there might be somebody there that is on your, on your page, somebody whom you can actually communicate pretty well with in the place that you work. So there is somebody that you're going to be able to get your message through to. So it's all going to go well for you, but you need to act with confidence and make sure that you're doing your research. So some important decision that is coming up as far as the work goes. It looks like, the Wheel of Fortune will come in to make that decision for you here. Fortune's turning in your favor, and will allow you to, if it's a job that you're looking for, you're going to be able to get it. Now this is the Fairy Tarot, and this is the Oracle read, and it says, cautions but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. So this Prince of Autumn is, the knight on the horse, and it's a person that is usually in the traditional tarot. It's the Prince of Pentacles, and this is a card of achievement or going for that job and getting it really. And it's also a card that shows that you will have to work hard for it, but you will get that particular post if that's what you want. Even though it might be a bit slow, there might be a bit of delays, because the Prince of Pentacles doesn't move very fast, but he's very productive, very practical, and that's the very dependable person, and he's chivalrous and humorous, and these are the qualities that you do need to display when you are going for this particular job. So you've got the Prince of Winter, and this is usually news. Seek out an intellectual solution for your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively, sudden and unexpected changes. So something's going to come along quite quickly for you. It looks like with the Prince of Winter, which is the Prince of Swords, there will be some kind of legal documentation that you will sign, or there will be some kind of official documentation or official news that comes in for you, and you will also, you need to communicate very clearly, and you also need to, things will happen pretty quickly for you. So, it's generally something that just changes your life very quickly. So, a decision will be, you will need to make a decision pretty quickly. And the last card is the High Priestess, which says, trusting your instincts and intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So you will have to do some research into this particular problem that you're facing, or this particular decision. Extensive research, really. People are not speaking. Things are still in the dark. They're still being kept from you. So you do need to find out a little bit more about things before you move forward. And trust your intuition. Things will reveal themselves to you, but you will have to do some research about it. So it looks like you're at a turning point in your life, a crossroads as far as your work goes. It looks like something new wants to come in, excuse me, with this Fool card. But you will have to do some research. Things are going to go your way. Wheel of Fortune is also coming in over there. And old cycles have ended, are ending with this Ten of Wands, difficult jobs. But something new is coming in, and you're trying to make that decision. And it looks like there might be some kind of interview process coming in. Make sure you are completely researched before you make any kind of decision. And be very practical. And when you're going for any kind of interview or interaction with these people, come across as a very confident person. Don't let them see any insecurities. You need to come across as somebody who knows everything like the back of your hand. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.